Right now, we're tracking the latest on the coronavirus as the global death toll surpasses 6,500 this morning. And it's down to just 2 candidates on the stage. We have a recap of the latest debate between presidential candidates Bernie Sanders and Joe Biden.
And spring officially starts this week, but does that mean spring-like weather is here to stay? I'll have all the details in just a few minutes.
This is News 3 Now this morning.
Good morning, everyone. It is Monday, March 16th. I'm Josh Spreiter. Leah Linscheid is going to be joining us remotely from home in just a few minutes. We start this half hour with an update to breaking news on the coronavirus pandemic. Johns Hopkins University now estimates there have been more than 6,500 deaths worldwide. So far, nearly 170,000 cases have been confirmed. Just yesterday here in the U.S., health experts confirmed our 3,000th case of COVID-19. Now, less than 24 hours later, there are 3,774 cases in the U.S. More than 77,000 people have recovered from the virus so far. Also breaking this morning, the Peace Corps is suspending all global operations and evacuating all volunteers over growing concerns for the ongoing pandemic. In a letter posted to the Peace Corps website, the organization announced the move in order to safeguard the well-being of volunteers and prevent a situation where they're unable to leave their host countries. The director of the Corps says this is only a temporary measure. The organization has been running since the 1960s, and this is their first mass evacuation and global suspension of service. Officials with the CDC are also calling for the cancellation of in-person events of 50 or more people for the next 8 weeks. The agency's new guidelines were issued to governors earlier overnight. We're learning more about the similar measure being taken here in Dane County just ahead. New this morning, the White House National Security Council is issuing a warning about a series of fake text messages that are spreading rumors of a national quarantine. In this tweet, they say there are no plans for a national lockdown at this time and advise you refer to the CDC for the latest on COVID-19 and protocols.
Myself personally, I wouldn't go to a restaurant. I just wouldn't, because I don't want to be in a crowded place. I have an important job to do. I don't want to be in a situation where I'm going to be all of a sudden self-isolating for 14 days.
In addition to those recommendations from the CDC, Vice President Pence says the government will release new guidance later today concerning restaurants and bars. Several states have already announced bars and restaurants will shut down. And just last night, New York Mayor Bill de Blasio says starting tomorrow, all restaurants there will be carry-out and delivery only. Similar measures are also being taken in other major cities such as Chicago and LA. In addition to restaurants, bars, movie theaters, and nightclubs are also being closed in some cities. Meanwhile, President Trump is asking all Americans to stop hoarding groceries and supplies. They're asking for people to buy only what they need for the week ahead.
You don't have to buy so much. Take it easy. Just relax. People are going in and they're buying more. I remember, I guess during the conversation, Doug of Walmart said that they're buying more than they buy at Christmas. Relax. We're doing great.
President Trump is referring to a conference call held with the CEOs of grocery chains over the weekend in which he asked them to do what they can to keep shelves stocked. The Coronavirus Task Force says a new website will soon be available for the public to learn where and when they should be tested. This comes as government officials say the first dose of the potential coronavirus vaccine will be delivered today for clinical trial. The White House says nearly 2 million new coronavirus tests will be available this week, with new testing labs also opening. President Trump's administration and Congress are also working on a potential stimulus to help businesses survive the pandemic. Breaking right now, Air France KLM says it is reducing its number of flights by up to 80%. And British Airways says it is reducing up to 75%. These are the latest shakeups to the airline industry in the wake of the coronavirus pandemic. In addition to those, American Airlines says they will be suspending all long-haul international flights from the U.S. starting today. They say some short-haul international flights will continue. Travelers attempting to fly home on some of those airlines are facing long hours and long wait times amidst the president's new travel restrictions. It's putting people in a situation that Chicago's Mayor Lori Lightfoot says is the exact opposite of what they're being told to do.
Last night, we saw their safety and security was seriously compromised, and people were forced into conditions that are against CDC guidance and are totally unacceptable.
Check out this. This was the scene at O'Hare. Screenings are taking place in 13 airports for passengers returning from Europe as part of the travel ban. The UK and Ireland join the list of restricted destinations today. Well, News 3 Now is also working to keep staff safe and healthy so we can keep you all informed when it comes to the coronavirus. As part of a new company policy, Leah Linscheid is working from home after a vacation that took her out of state. We're checking in on her on what she's doing socially to distance herself. Leah, good morning. We miss you, but glad you and Zach made it home safely over the weekend.
Josh, good to see you. Good to hear your voice. I am comfortable at home. I have News 3 Now this morning on. I have my cup of coffee. I have my PJs on. I am working from the comfort of my own couch, like you said, as a precaution to help keep my colleagues safe. Now, while I'm feeling fine, I was in 4 different airports in the span of about 4 days this week, which is a lot of travel. So if you have questions about airports, by the way, or if you're taking a flight somewhere pretty soon, I will have a little bit more about my experience coming up in a bit. But first, I want to talk about social distancing or self-quarantining. I don't want you to think this is scary. Caution is important, but so is calm. I'm not going to tell you to go panic buy toilet paper or stock up on groceries or Lysol. Instead, I want to talk about some common sense measures you can take if your work is asking you to stay home for a while. So a couple of highlights, according to the experts. Disinfect your high-touch surfaces, things like refrigerator doors, doorknobs, bathroom counters, stuff like that. That includes your laptop and your phone. I'm trying to wipe those down as much as I can as I work from home. And if you're self-quarantining from your family in the same house, maybe you're working as much as possible from a single room. Also, try not to use anybody else's dishes or towels. Use your own here. Now, as for staying sane, if you're staying at home, here's what I'm doing. I'm posting pictures of my recent vacation, my family. I'm trying to share some good news on social media. The goal here, to break up all the anxiety that you're probably scrolling through on Facebook and Instagram right now, trying to bring in a little bit of levity and happiness. I think that's important. I'm also going to take walks. I won't stop and talk to my neighbors or people I know, but I am going to get some fresh air and take in this beautiful city, this beautiful state that we live in. And I'm taking a minute to call family members and catch up. I saw something on Twitter recently. Another journalist shared it. She said, we may have to socially distance ourselves right now, but we can compensate by caring even more about each other because we're all in this together. Really love that one to share that with you guys. So the last thing I'm doing, other than, of course, washing my hands as often as possible and try not to touch my face, is I'm wearing my pajama pants while I work because that's at least one benefit to working from home. Josh, I know you're a little jealous.
I certainly am. And Leah, I was supposed to be heading to Mexico for spring break this week. We obviously canceled those plans. And I think a lot of people are trying to figure out if they should be canceling their travel plans too.
I know you were, and that put you in such a tough spot. I know you were looking forward to that travel. I have a lot of friends who are currently in Florida for spring break, and my best friend just got back from London, actually. He just had a nightmare of a time getting back from Ireland, just hours-long wait lines in O'Hare. So I'm going to talk a little bit about my experience traveling domestically and what you need to know if you're considering taking a flight that's coming up in about half an hour.
All right, Leah Linscheid reporting from the comfort of her own living room this morning. Leah, good to see you, and thank you so much. We'll check in with you just after 6:30. So we know there is a lot still developing on the coronavirus front this morning. So for the very latest information, you can go to our channel3000.com or mobile app and check out the coronavirus headlines section. All right, 6:08 right now. Hattie McLean, she is joining me in studio, so I'm not totally alone this morning. You got to look at the bright side, Hads.
We're here, but we're on opposite sides of the studio, right, Josh? Staying away from each other. The countdown is on, almost over, actually. Spring starts this week on Thursday, so just 3 days away. And we do have some springtime temperatures in the forecast. Temps will be at or above normal through the first part of the week. Actually, on the first official day of spring, we top at 54 degrees. Spring is kind of one of those seasons up and down, especially early spring, and we're definitely down Friday and Saturday with high temperatures then once again below normal. So it's not time to put away the winter gear just yet. Weather track showing you what's happening across the country. There is a storm system moving through the south, bringing some rain and some isolated thunderstorms this morning. We'll watch this cold front as it works its way across the northern plains. That may bring a few sprinkles or snowflakes to southern Wisconsin as we go through the afternoon hours. Now, the upper air weather pattern has been pretty unchanged for the last week or so. We have a big trough of low pressure on the western coast of the United States. That's been keeping the west very wet over the weekend and much of last week. Well, as we put this map into motion, watch what happens. That trough of low pressure begins to migrate across the country to the east. So for the Great Lakes region, with the upper level winds shifting right into our area, we're going to see an increase in moisture, especially through the middle and latter parts of the week. Temperatures will warm up initially, but look at this cold air on the map behind behind that storm system, it is going to cool down, unfortunately. Your future track forecast model will jump ahead to Wednesday morning. That's when the rain starts to move into the area, and most places can plan on getting wet through the day on Wednesday. There will be a break Wednesday night into Thursday morning before the next round of rain arrives here in southern Wisconsin. Again, this second round will include some snow on the north side of it, and as that storm system rotates through, we'll see a changeover to some snow by Friday morning. Not likely to see any big accumulations, but you definitely could see some snowflakes on Friday. Rain amounts, though, are going to be on the high side, anywhere from a ½ an inch, maybe up to closer to an inch in some locations when you add it all up over this week. So kind of a wet week ahead. Let's take a look at your extended forecast. Again, we're in the 40s. Lots of sunshine tomorrow for St. Patrick's Day. That's the good news. We do have that rain chance then starting back up on Wednesday, continuing through the rest of the week. Temperatures look to be on the cool side as we start the upcoming weekend. Here's your first warn traffic maps. I would expect things to be a little quieter on the roads today. No major issues to tell you about in and around Dane County at this hour. If you are traveling, road conditions are just fine right now.
I would imagine it's going to be quieter on the roads this morning with some people staying home from work.
I think so, yeah. That'll reduce volume a little bit.
All right, Hattie, thank you. 6:10 right now. It is now just down to 2 on the debate stage in the 2020 Democratic primary. Amid the coronavirus outbreak, the frontrunners, Joe Biden and Bernie Sanders, argued on stage in front of no audience in Washington, D.C.
You get rid of the 9 super PACs you have?
I don't have 9 super. I don't have any super.
9. You want me to list them?
No. Yeah, you go ahead. List them.
Come on, give me a break.
The candidates dug deep into finances in America, discussing super PACs as well as bankruptcy, trade, and Social Security. Sanders came prepared with deep cuts into Biden's history on Social Security and referred viewers to a clip online that seemed to contradict Biden's statements on the stage. However, the former vice president stole the show when he announced the criteria to be his running mate.
And I commit that I will, in fact, I'll pick a woman to be vice president. There are a number of women who are qualified to be president tomorrow. I would pick a woman to be my vice president.
Sanders says that he, quote, in all likelihood would also choose a woman to be his vice president. The 2 candidates also took time to address the ongoing global pandemic, and we'll hear more about that coming up in our next half hour. 6:12 right now. We've got a cloudy but cool day on the way for your Monday as we take a live look outside. Hattie joins us next with our first warn forecast. Plus, how the NBA is attempting to recover their season after it was suspended in fear of the coronavirus. We'll be right back.
Everyone is at risk for enamel loss. When you drink or eat something that's acidic, it sucks the minerals out of the tooth surface. Pronamel is formulated to help deliver minerals to the tooth surface to help reharden and strengthen your enamel.
When looking for a TV and internet provider, we know you have a choice. This is Jessica. She still has satellite TV.
Well, I get tons of HD.
Spectrum has tons of HD, and we love Spectrum's 24-hour local news channel. Plus, we get exclusive access to premium original content with Spectrum Originals.
I don't have that.
Get Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-976-4499.
Spectrum Internet starts at 200 megabits with no data caps and a free modem.
We have to get internet from another company, and it isn't nearly as fast.
Spectrum Internet, $44.99 a month.
I'd switch, but I'm stuck in a contract and would have to pay up to $480 to cancel.
Spectrum has no contracts, and they'll pay up to $500 to help you out of yours.
That's it. I'm switching to Spectrum.
Get Spectrum TV and internet from $44.99 a month each. Call 833-976-4499.
I'm happy head to toe. I'm in overdrive. I'm ready. 'Cause these are the best days. 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 These are the best days of our lives. Of our lives. Yeah.
Ram Truck Month means huge discounts and rebates at Don Miller. Drive in groundbreaking style. It's the new 2019 Ram 1500 Crew Cab Bighorn 4x4. Get over $11,500 in rebates and discounts on all remaining in stock. It's a 2019 IIHS top safety pick, just like the new 2019 Ram Tradesman Quad Cab 4x4. Lease for $392 per month, 48 months, 10,000 miles per year, $39.99 due at signing. Ram Truck Month is on now at Don Miller, your Madison truck headquarters.
Don Miller.
effects on our homes. We probably don't give them much thought. They're just there, doing what windows do. It's true, they add character and personality. They connect the inside to the outside, and the other way around. But they're also there to do much more. They're there to frame a smile. They provide the perfect light for the perfect moment. They help protect us and the ones we love.
You've pondered and pinned your wedding ideas? Now put them into place with Event Essentials. Our professional event staff can guide you through expert design with our high-quality, on-trend rentals. Plan your perfect wedding with Event Essentials. We supply everything but the guests.
The World Health Organization is naming Spain as the new epicenter of the coronavirus pandemic this morning. That country now has the highest number of infections in Europe after Italy. A state of emergency is in effect, and Spaniards face heavy restrictions on their movements. People will be able to leave home only for essential activities like buying food and medicine or going to work. Here in the U.S., the Federal Reserve is cutting interest rates to zero. The last time rates were this low was during the global recession more than a decade ago. The Fed says it will purchase $700 billion of Treasury bonds and mortgage-backed securities. Rates could be taken into negative territory in the coming days, but Chairman Jerome Powell is resisting that idea. Chick-fil-A is temporarily closing the dining rooms in its 2,400 restaurants in response to the coronavirus. In a post on its website, Chick-fil-A says the move is designed to limit person-to-person contact. All locations still plan to offer drive-through services. Some, though, may also alter their operating hours because of COVID-19. There's been no announcement yet for when the dining rooms might reopen. Meanwhile, major retailers such as Nike and Under Armour are closing their doors due to the virus. Nike and Under Armour say all of their employees will still be paid during the 2-week pause from business. Other companies such as Apple, Patagonia, Urban Outfitters, and Abercrombie are taking similar precautions. The NBA is looking ahead and attempting to salvage the remainder of its season. Owners and executives say the best case scenario, games will start back up in mid to late June, but there will most likely still be no fans in the arenas. Teams are currently scouting dates for locations to play in all through August. New research out of France this morning warns that popular over-the-counter drugs could actually make the symptoms of COVID-19 worse. The Guardian reports that the French health minister is advising against using anti-inflammatories such as ibuprofen and cortisone, as they could further aggravate the infection. Health officials say anti-inflammatories tend to weaken response in the body's immune system. They instead advise using acetaminophen, which is the active ingredient in drugs like Tylenol, because it will reduce fever without attacking the inflamed tissue. 6:17 now. Hattie has a look at our Monday weather. Hi, Hattie.
Good morning, Josh. We're starting out with quite a few clouds this morning across southern Wisconsin, and you can see on the radar map indicating a little bit of snow trying to work its way into southern Wisconsin. Most of that snow probably not hitting the ground right now, but it's not out of the question to see a few snowflakes or flurries today. Any precipitation, though, is going to be very light. Our temperatures this morning are in the low 30s in most spots, but to the north and east, temps are still in the upper 20s this morning. Winds are pretty light, so no issue with wind chill factor this morning. We're not going to see any sunshine today. In fact, if you do this morning, it'll be short-lived. Temperatures, though, thanks to a southerly wind, should at least be a little bit warmer than they were yesterday. We should see highs in the mid-40s. Coming up, again, we will continue to talk about that next chance for rain here in southern Wisconsin.
Hattie, thank you. Sales of air fryers are hot this morning. People love the idea of crispy fried food that's claimed to be a bit healthier because very little oil is used. But what if you don't have an air fryer? Well, Consumer Reports says chances are you can still air fry at home without spending money or cluttering up your countertop with a new appliance. So what's the deal with air fryers? These popular countertop cookers turn out chicken wings, french fries, shrimp, and other traditionally fried foods without using a lot of oil. You can spend from $50 to over $300 on one. But here's the good news. You don't have to. Consumer Reports says air frying isn't magic.
An air fryer is a mini convection oven. All you need is a little bit of oil in the food, and then the hot air circulates around to crisp it up. A basket suspended inside allows for that air to move around.
And that basket might be too small. After testing 25 air fryers, CR found many of them might require multiple batches to feed your hungry family. But fear not, Consumer Reports says your kitchen may already possess the power for air-fried food, the convection setting on your oven.
Your food will brown best if you use dark-colored pans because it absorbs more heat than light-colored or glass pans, and then that heat will radiate back out to brown your food even more.
And your oven can handle much more food than a typical air fryer's basket can. Don't have a convection oven? Well, consider a toaster oven with a convection setting. Some newer models even have an air fry setting, letting you get the same crispy results as an air fryer without spending the bucks. Consumer Reports remind us that air frying isn't just for nuggets and mozzarella sticks. You can give it a try from everything from asparagus to zucchini. 6:20 right now. As the pandemic continues this morning, we're taking a look at how one hip-hop group is trying to get the word out on healthy practices.
This portion of News 3 Now is sponsored by Upland Hills Health in Dodgeville.
Cobison buses, now hiring.
Working with Cobison, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. If you do need time off, they work around you. They definitely try to make it a company that's based for you.
Visit Cobison.com to apply.
Month after month, I'm doing it all. The supplements, the veggies, the water, but I still have recurring constipation, belly pain, straining, and bloating. My doctor said I could have a real medical condition called IBS-C.
From my recurring constipation and belly pain from IBS-C, I said yes to Linzess.
Linzess treats adults with IBS with constipation. Linzess is not a laxative. It works differently. It helps relieve belly pain and lets you have more frequent and complete bowel movements. Do not give to children less than 6, and it should not be given to children 6 to less than 18. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling.
I'm doing it all, and I said yes to Linzess. Ask your doctor about Linzess.
It's time to spring forward and embrace the longer, brighter days ahead. It's also the time to get your home improvement projects going with 33% off windows, siding, and doors at Feldco. Plus, no interest until 2021. Kickstart your season, save some serious cash, and let the good times roll. Feldco, improving lives, one home at a time.
33% off ends soon. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Take advantage of a special offer on the versatile Kubota BX Series subcompact tractor. Switching attachments is simple, and a smooth hydrostatic transmission makes for easy operation. The Kubota BX Series, the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. for over 10 years. You own the land. Now, make it yours. Get the Kubota BX 2380 for payments as low as $99 a month.
This is Jill Karofsky's arena, and she doesn't mess around. As a prosecutor and now a trial court judge, Jill has locked up criminals and protected our families. This is also Jill's arena, a 2-time Ironman triathlete. No one outworks her. Now Jill is entering this arena, running for the Supreme Court to stop corruption and the influence of big money special interests.
Whether you're a violent criminal or a corrupt politician, I will hold you accountable.
Fair, tough, independent. Jill Karofsky for Supreme Court.
Cobison buses, now hiring.
After we backed that bus out of its stall and started driving, I just loved it. We really get a chance to get to know each other. Almost everyone has a different story about how they came to bus driving, so you really end up feeling like you're part of a family.
Visit Cobison.com to apply.
Welcome back at 6:23. There's a little light on the horizon from Diana this morning, sharing her My Morning picture.
Oh, that's pretty. Thanks, Diana, for sharing that with us.
Always gives us a little bit of promising news, at least to like take a little break. You have to in this time of news.
Yes, you have to. It's a little intense right now.
It is. It's like even right now you can see we're sitting on opposite ends of the couch. We're trying our best to be, you know, socially distancing each other. And here at the station, obviously Leah working from home this morning, and it's kind of this new reality. It's kind of scary. It's confusing. We're all kind of trying to figure it out together at this point.
We are. Yeah, that's important to realize. We're kind of all in this together.
Yeah.
This is new for everybody, so give everybody a little bit of a break.
And listen to the experts. They're telling us these things for a reason.
Yes.
You know, take it seriously.
For the greater good. Well, we have a story about the hip-hop group Wu-Tang Clan this morning, doing their part to help spread awareness about how to keep yourself and others healthy.
Yeah, they're distributing flyers across New York City that will tell you how to protect your neck against the coronavirus. You have to kind of make light of some of this news, right? The group tweeted out the flyer and asked their followers to share it around their cities as well. You can check it out right here. The flyer is an acronym for the group's name that shares helpful tips for the current pandemic. Wash your hands, use mask properly, touch nothing, avoid large crowds, never touch your face with unclean hands, and go to the hospital if you have severe symptoms.
My favorite is touch nothing.
Touch nothing.
Nothing.
It is. I kind of like, seriously though, I've never like hand sanitized and washed my hands as much as I have recently.
I know. And with the ongoing spread of COVID-19, many people are considering working from home to stay safe and healthy.
So this might be a record amount of people that we have sounding off on Facebook. We've had close to 3,000 votes. 82% are saying no, and you can see we've got almost 100 comments, and a lot of people saying that they can't, whether they work in healthcare, they're police and fire. We realize there are a lot of people, even like us, that we have to go to work.
Don't have that option.
You know, and I think a lot of parents obviously are going to be having the tough issue with having their kids at home for the next few weeks, at least trying to figure out what they're going to be doing.
Oh yeah, I mean, my kids are old enough that they can stay home alone, which is great.
Yeah.
But I'm still wondering, how am I going to fill the days? Like, how is this not going to become a screens nightmare, just nonstop Minecraft in my house?
It's, I mean, this is unprecedented. We've never had to deal with this before, and I think that's why, again, we're all in this together. We need to make sure that we're checking on our family members, our neighbors, our friends, because we don't know what we're doing. I mean, that's like the thing. It's like it's day by day at this point.
Be kind, yes. Be kind to your neighbor. Well, let's get you a quick check of the weather. If you are home today, maybe you want to step outside a little bit. Not a bad day at all. We're just not going to see a lot of sunshine today as you head out the door this morning. Temperatures are likely going to be right around 30 degrees, but we'll be in the mid-40s later on.
All right, stay with us. You're watching News 3 Now this morning. We thank you for that, and we'll be right back.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Hi, I'm Tim O'Brien, owner of the healthy place, Apple Wellness. Many of you are feeling concerned about the alarming viruses going around. Our purpose is to be an educational support to our community. There are multiple therapeutic supplement strategies for what we are up against, and we have them. Elderberry, zinc, magnesium, and antigraphis, to name a few. The forms and potencies of these nutrients is an important point. I'm on your team. Stop by one of our 4 Madison locations, order with free shipping online at findyourhealthyplace.com, or by phone and receive free same-day delivery.
School bus drivers are an important part of each student's day, whether you're driving daily routes, field trips, or after-school sports and activities.
The people who drive with Lamers Bus Lines are your neighbors, friends, and family.
Their parents, grandparents,
veterans,
and people in your community who care.
Join the Lamers Bus Lines family and enjoy high hourly wages, flexible schedules, and complete paid training. Apply in person or online at golamers.com/employment.
If you want your company vehicle noticed, wrap it right with vehicle graphics and wraps from Monarch Media Designs. We are a 3M certified graphics installation company, which means you're getting the best installers, the best materials, the best vehicle wraps. Monarch Media Designs. To see how your business can get noticed, visit our online gallery at monarchworld.com.
Whoa, that doesn't sound good.
I know. I worry every time I have to stop. I really need a brake inspection.
It's free at Meineke.
Did you say free?
Meineke will examine your brakes thoroughly to make sure you're safe to be on the road for free. And if they do find any problems, they'll give you a written estimate for repairs. No surprises.
Wow, free and convenient.
Join the Meineke Rewards program to earn points for the dollars you spend. Receive double points for select brake services. Go to Meineke.com to sign up today.
RHD Plumbing has the most reliable professionals in the industry. With honesty you can trust to deliver quality products and workmanship, dedicated to being the best. RHD Plumbing now offers complete bathroom and kitchen remodeling, the best plumbers, and everything else you need to finish your dream project. For your home or business, get the job done right the first time, with no surprises. With the reliable, honest, and dedicated plumbing professionals of RHD Plumbing, proudly serving all of Dane County.
The all-new Silverado HD adds to the legendary capability of the strongest, most advanced Silverados ever. With best-in-class camera technology and larger, more functional beds than any competitor, the only truck that can compare to a Silverado is another Silverado.
Or get $7,000 total value on this Silverado without the optional camera technology package. Or during truck month, get 0% financing for 72 months plus $500 cash allowance on all Silverado 1500 crew cab pickups.
We are going to get through this, and we're going to get through this together.
Right now, gatherings of 50 or more people are banned across Dane County until further notice as officials try to limit the spread of the coronavirus.
And on this Monday morning, we're starting with cloud cover across southern Wisconsin. There's a chance for a little bit of light precipitation today. I'll have all the details in just a few minutes.
This is News 3 Now this morning.
Good morning. It is Monday, March 16th. I'm Josh Breiter. Lee Linscheid will be joining us remotely from home in just a few minutes. More than 50 schools across southern Wisconsin will be off for at least the next few weeks in an effort to control the spread of COVID-19. Late last week, the governor ordered all schools to close by Thursday. But many schools, including Madison, announced yesterday they were canceling classes immediately. This after Dane County and City of Madison officials put a ban on public gatherings of more than 50 people. You can see a list of school closings running at the bottom of your screen this morning. You can also go to our website, channel3000.com. With schools closing sooner than expected, the Madison School District is allowing families to stop by today to pick up anything their kids may need in the coming weeks. That includes medications, technology, and other essential items. School buildings will be open from 8 in the morning until 6 tonight for parents to get those things. The district says they'll also be in contact with parents about other resources they'll be making available, including free breakfast and lunches in the coming days and weeks. Depending on their age, your kids may be nervous or scared about the coronavirus. Psychologists at UW Health say especially now that kids will be spending more time at home, it's important to set aside time for those conversations. They say parents should stay calm and share the facts and also teach them the best ways to protect themselves and keep things clean.
It's really important for kids to stay kids at this time. So offer reassurance that as a parent, you're going to protect them, you're going to stay educated, you're going to help them, and their focus is just to be on as a kid, just be a kid, playing, and then really set up some structure for their day because they're going to be now out of school, learning at home.
Psychologists say parents should explain why kids may not be able to have a sleepover or go to a birthday party during this time, but can organize other fun activities kids can look forward to. The school shutdown across the area is putting a strain on parents when it comes to finding childcare. County and city officials say childcare facilities are exempt from the social gathering ban, but acknowledge many will also decide to close. Grocery stores are also exempt, but restaurants and some other businesses will have to cut their seating capacity by 50%. Officials say measures like these are something we might have to get used to for the foreseeable future.
This is going to be a long-term thing. This is not something that will be over in a week or two. This is something that our community is going to be working on for months, if not years.
Health experts say anyone violating the public gathering order could face fines or jail time. Here's where the total number of cases in Wisconsin stands right now. The state's Department of Health Services says there have been 33 confirmed cases of COVID-19. Fond du Lac County has seen the most with a total of 11, including 5 new cases that were announced just yesterday. 4 of those people were exposed during a river cruise in Egypt. 7 cases also confirmed in Milwaukee County and 6 in Dane. We're expecting updated case numbers later today. We might have noticed my co-anchor, Leah Linscheid, is still out of the studio this morning. As part of News 3 Now's policy to protect staff, she's staying home from work, self-distancing, and after taking a vacation out of state. But she's still working from the comfort of her couch this morning, talking to us about what it's like to travel during this coronavirus pandemic. Leah, good morning to you. Good to see you, and glad you guys made it home safely.
Josh, good to hear your voice. It's been a minute. I am back from a week-long vacation, and while I have no symptoms, we are being careful and cautious and keeping me home for a couple of days. Now, maybe your family still has spring break flights scheduled, or maybe one of your loved ones is about to board a plane. Here's a look at what it was like for me this weekend. 4 airports, 4 days. I flew through Raleigh, down to Fort Lauderdale, then to Atlanta, finally home to Madison. And the message I want to impress upon everybody here is caution and calm. Everything, for us at least, was business as usual for the most part. I rarely saw anybody with masks. Reminder, those are not recommended. We want to save them for healthcare workers. But what I did see is lots of hand sanitizer. You're going to see me on screen here. I kept a pocket-sized one with me at all times, and I used it constantly while also trying not to touch my face. Now, as for airlines, all the flights we took kept us up to date on any coronavirus changes via their apps. You're taking a look at my phone screen right now. Delta offering to waive change fees for any travel impacted by the virus in March or April. Lots of airlines also following suit there. But again, other than that, domestic air travel for us was mostly normal. This is not the case with international flights. Major news outlets are documenting hours-long wait lines for travelers trying to get back to the U.S. from Europe in particular. Many of them are being rerouted to the major U.S. airports where they're being met with health screenings this morning. It's part of the Trump administration's new requirements for what they're calling, quote, enhanced entry screenings. Actually, one of my best friends is returning from Europe as we speak. He was posting this weekend about a 6-hour-long wait line overseas. I just got the text overnight. He is home safe. Glad to hear it, Willie. He will also be socially distancing for a while. Josh.
Well, Leah, it's good to have you here, and I know our Facebook poll says a lot of people will be working from home, so are you. So with technology these days, it's kind of crazy what you can accomplish not even being at the office.
It's insane. I can sit right here on my couch, watch you in the corner, drink my cup of coffee, wear my PJs. Things are fine here. I'm also getting a lot of comments on Facebook right now. My cousin Kara says she's working from home. Julie on Facebook also says she's working today, but she's wondering how long it'll be before her entire company's sent home. And I have to share this one message I got. Roxanne says, enjoy the time at home. I'm going to be catching up on reading, watching movies, spending time with my hubby. Life is still awesome. Great perspective there. Again, caution, but calm.
There you go. You have to make good of this time, and it could be quite some time before we actually get back to that normalcy. All right, Leah Linscheid, good to see you. We'll check in with you coming up in our morning sprint as well. 6:36 right now. Many UW-Madison students have gone home after the university suspended in-person classes, but some are choosing to stay on campus. One UW student and New York native says he chose to stay because it's risky to go home or go back to his home state, which has among the highest number of confirmed coronavirus cases in the U.S.
It's definitely scary stuff. I mean, with all your friends moving out of the dorms, it's been a pretty emotional couple of days. But mostly, I feel like as soon as this blows over, things will just return to normal. That's what I'm hoping.
The university's libraries will remain open, with the school moving all instruction online. Sang says he plans to spend most of his time doing homework. The UW has plans to keep classes online at least through April 10th, with the decision about returning to campus being made later next month. All right, 6:37. Hattie McLean joining us from the other side of the studio. How are you doing over there, Hattie?
Yeah, social distancing myself from you, Josh. Just fine over here. The weather pretty quiet as well. You're not going to have to worry about much as we start the week. We have clouds in the area, a little bit of light snow showing up on the radar map as well. Definitely not out of the question to see some flurries or even some raindrops today, but most areas are likely to remain dry. Let's take a wider view of what's happening across the upper Midwest. There is some snow in the Northwoods this morning, a little bit of snow back in South Dakota. All of that snow is along cold front that will be working its way through the area a little bit later on this afternoon. So that's our chance for some very light precipitation. There's the cold front on the map, but again, out ahead of that front, quite a bit of cloudiness across the upper tier of the United States. Overall temperatures as we go through the next 10 days, a little bit up and down. Of course, Thursday is the first day of spring, very spring-like with some rain in the forecast and temperatures in the mid-50s. You keep in mind, though, the first part of spring is awfully quite chilly, and we'll see that return Friday and Saturday as temperatures dip back to highs in the 30s. Speaking of 30s, that's where we are right now. 31 here in Madison. Springfield's at 38. Minneapolis at 34 degrees this morning. There are some 20s on the map, but overall not a bad start to the day. We'll take your future track model and jump it ahead a little bit starting on Wednesday. Some rain is expected to move through the area, so look to get wet on Wednesday. A break for Thursday morning, but then that rain returns conditions as we go through Thursday into Thursday night. Now, the second storm system does have quite a bit of cold air associated with it. You can see the band of snow developing on the north side of that system. That will likely rotate through southern Wisconsin as we go through the day on Friday. So we definitely could see some snow before the week comes to an end. As far as rain amounts, it's going to be pretty wet with rain amounts in excess of half an inch when you add it up over the whole week. Now let's take a look at that extended forecast. We have temperatures that will stay in the 40s for Tuesday and Wednesday. St. Patty's Day actually looks like a really nice day with temperatures in the mid to upper 40s and lots of sunshine. Again, those chances for rain possibly mixed with a little bit of snow returning Tuesday night into Wednesday, and then again Thursday into Friday. Let's take a look at the first warned traffic maps this morning. We're not seeing any major issues on the Beltline or in the downtown areas yet. I imagine volume might be a little lower than normal today with many folks maybe staying and working from home.
Yeah, very spring-like forecast, though, with spring coming in later this week.
Yeah, not too bad. We only have a couple of days of real chilly conditions.
All right, Hattie, thank you. Well, time right now is 6:39. In addition to schools and colleges, there are several area businesses closing in an effort to keep people from gathering. There are too many to list them all here this morning, but among the major ones announced over the weekend are all Princeton Club locations, the Henry Vilas Zoo, and several Madison area restaurants. We have a full list of closures that we're keeping up to date on channel3000.com. Grocery stores are also seeing a rush of people lately. This was the Woodman's on Madison's west side early yesterday morning with lines out the door. Now the store is limiting what customers can buy in an effort to keep things in stock. If you're looking to get paper products such as large cases of bottled water or cleaning supplies, you'll be limited to buying 2 per day there. And speaking yesterday, President Trump says Americans don't need to panic shopping amid the pandemic. Several places of worship in the Madison area are moving their service online to practice social distancing amid coronavirus safety concerns. Parishioners of Good Shepherd Lutheran Church were invited to tune into Sunday service via live stream in the comfort of their home church. President says that about half of their parishioners tuned in to the YouTube video. The virus could have an effect on the upcoming spring election in Wisconsin. Milwaukee Mayor Tom Barrett is joining election officials and clerks across the state in encouraging people to vote absentee on April 7th. Barrett says the election will take place as planned in Milwaukee, but says voting absentee is the best way to avoid large crowds, recommending people request an absentee ballot as soon as possible. The spread of the virus is also affecting the presidential campaign this morning. President Trump, Bernie Sanders, and Joe Biden have all canceled recent rallies in wake of the virus and say they're doing their very best to avoid shaking hands. Sanders and Biden both used their closing statements in last night's debate to address the pandemic and how they would handle it.
Move aggressively to make sure that the test kits are out there, that the ventilators are out there, that the ICU units are out there, that the medical personnel are out there.
First and foremost, what we have to do is start to listen to the science again. As I said, what we did, we met, and what I'd be doing today, I'd be sitting down in the Situation Room literally every day like we did at the outset of other crises we had when we were in the White House.
Sanders, Biden, and President Trump are all in the age range considered most at risk during the outbreak. So far, all three say they're feeling healthy. The White House says the president's coronavirus test came back negative. All right, still ahead for us, Hattie's tracking a cloudy but quiet Monday coming up in her forecast. And we're sharing some good news with you this morning, how one local chef is paying it forward during difficult times for the restaurant industry. It is 6:42, and we'll be right back.
Habitat for Humanity of Dane County provides local families long-term stability through home ownership. Statistics show children from stable housing are more likely to get better grades, finish high school, and graduate from college. Strengthen our community. Support Habitat Dane County.
After 30 years, Wisconsin Craft Market is closing its doors forever. Get unbelievable craft deals now. Shop our going out of business sale. Hurry in for the best selection at Wisconsin Craft Market.
Backed by popular demand at Slumberland. Look at what just $10 a month will get you when you spend $5.99. Our lowest finance offer ever. But act fast, it won't last long. Pay no interest for 5 years when you spend $5.99 or more. A classy bedroom set, all 4 pieces, only $10 a month. A mattress with a upholstered base, $10 a month. 5-year financing on purchases of just $5.99 or more. And get free shipping with no minimum, and most items can be in your home in a week. Only at Slumberland Furniture.
Get more help with your laundry at the laundry cleanup sale now at the Brothers Maine. Save time and money with the latest in laundry from Whirlpool, Maytag, and Amana. Maine means more with free delivery free on washer dryer pairs, and our risk-free 30-day price and satisfaction guarantee, so you'll be 100% confident with your purchase. That's why we're the More Store. It's the laundry cleanup sale with more selection, more savings, and more help with your laundry. Only at the Brothers Maine, your local store for more since 1938.
This is Jill Karofsky's arena, and she doesn't mess around. As a prosecutor and now a trial court judge, Jill has locked up criminals and protected our families. This is also Jill's arena, a two-time Ironman triathlete. No one outworks her. Now Jill is entering this arena, running for the Supreme Court to stop corruption and the influence of big money special interests.
Whether you're a violent criminal or a corrupt politician, I will hold you accountable.
Fair, tough, independent. Jill Karofsky for Supreme Court.
Every woman's health story is different. Every woman is unique. At Upland Hills Health, we make sure your health story is all about you. To be your best at every age.
We provide comprehensive women's health services. Our team is dedicated to you.
From medical questions to checkups, trust your care to Upland Hills Health. We're just down the road, so you can be where you need to be when you need to be there. Upland Hills Health. We help write new health stories every day.
Download the Channel 3000 First Warn Weather app today. News 3 Now.
UW officials are saying it's necessary to act now.
Providing you with the facts.
The governor declared a public health emergency to help manage the spread of this virus here at home.
About how the coronavirus outbreak is impacting our community.
Reduce the spread of COVID-19. That is really our focus right now.
If we practice good social distancing, then everyone practices that. This curve changes.
For the latest information, safety advice, and breaking news, watch News 3 Now, your coronavirus headquarters.
Welcome back at 6:45. We know that many of the stories surrounding the coronavirus have made people feel down and stressed, so we have a few positive ones to share this morning. One man is offering to clean all playgrounds in Dane County in the area for free of charge. He says he has 5 kids of his own that are now home from school and need a safe space to play, and knows other kids are going to need that space too. If you'd like to contact him, his information can be found on channel3000.com. A local chef is providing a pay-what-you-can business model at his 2 restaurants, Liliana's in Fitchburg and Charlie's on Main in Oregon. Every day, he is making a fresh soup of the day for takeout orders and curbside pickup for those who don't want to sit down and eat. It's $5 a bowl if you can, or free of charge if you can't. He's also accepting donations to provide people with free food, and any excess money will be used to make food for those at Porchlight and the Beacon. Breaking news into the Channel 3000 Alert Center. Police in Springfield, Missouri say 5 people are dead, including an officer and a suspect in a shooting at a gas station there. Now, this is a developing story just coming into the newsroom right now. CBS This Morning will have more on this starting at 7. 6:46 is your time, and Hattie's here with an update on our First Warn weather. Hi, Hattie.
Good morning, Josh. We'll start in Platteville this morning. Thanks to our Queen Bee Radio Skycam, we can see that the ground is bare in most spots, but there still is a little bit of snow left after this last weekend. So some snow falling in the Platteville area. Still a chance for a few snowflakes at times today. Temperatures are starting out right around the freezing point in Platteville, 31 here in Madison, only 28 in the Dells. Here's a look at your temps over the next 12 hours. Again, we'll climb to highs in the mid-40s, so it will be a little bit warmer than it was yesterday. Not a lot of sunshine, though, in our forecast today. Here's our pet walk forecast. Wanted to get this in before the show comes to an end. We have Gabby this morning. What a cute dog. 44 degrees with cloudy skies at 3. Not too shabby. Gabby, you can get outside and take a walk.
Nice rhyme there, Hattie. Thank you. 6:47 right now. The Brewers say none of their players have tested positive for COVID-19 yet. Major League Baseball has suspended spring training and pushed back the start of the season for at least 2 weeks. Players have the option of staying at the facility to continue training on their own, but they're also free to go home if they want. General Manager David Stern says right now about 1/3 of the players are still at the team's facility in Arizona. Another 1/3 are in Milwaukee, and the rest are at home with their families. Some reports indicate the baseball season may not start until May. Other major leaguers are spending their time off doing something good. Trevor Bauer of the Cincinnati Reds organized a charity wiffle ball game with proceeds going to support MLB staff members who are out of work while games are suspended. Bauer also set up a GoFundMe account that's raised about $20,000 so far, with a goal of $1 million. All right, 6:48 right now, and coming up in the morning sprint, we'll have the latest on the economic impact of the virus after the Federal Reserve slashed interest rates over the weekend. But first, it is March 16th, and we want to say happy birthday to Pete and all the other kids turning 3 today. Thanks for celebrating with News 3 Now this morning.
News 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Now open, the Signature Hall Grill Bar and Patio at Vitens Golfland. A complete bar including 8 different draft beers and 70-inch flat-screen TVs with great food anytime and happy hour specials. Visit the new Signature Hall Grill Bar and Patio, Vitens Golfland.
The windows on our homes. We probably don't give them much thought. They're just there, doing what windows do. It's true, they add character and personality. They connect the inside to the outside, and the other way around. But they're also there to do much more. They're there to frame a smile. They provide the perfect light for the perfect moment. They help protect us and the ones we love.
Big insurance companies often use their size to take advantage of injured people making a claim. At Habish, Rotier, we don't think this is fair. So we've built our personal injury law practice to do everything possible to level the playing field. Because it shouldn't be about who's the biggest. It should be about what's right. Habish, Rotier. We fight for what's right.
For over 30 years, Denver Mattress has been crafting factory direct mattresses with innovative design and unrivaled quality, improving the sleeping lives of millions of people one night at a time. For a better tomorrow tonight, check out the Summit Queen, only $199.99.
And save $100 on our lineup of original Doctor's Choice mattresses. Or purchase any Purple mattress and get your choice of a free pillow, sheets, seat pad, or mattress protector. Plus 4 years, no interest.
Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right mattress.
Listen, I love to grill, but we don't always have time. Go get them. That's when Johnsonville Flame Grilled Sausage is perfect. Tastes grilled because Johnsonville already grilled it. So you get that famous Johnsonville flavor any night of the week.
The Culligan high-efficiency water softener is the world's best. It's backed by the industry's strongest warranty and serviced by the world's largest local dealer network. Click or call Culligan Water and start saving today.
The all-new Silverado HD adds to the legendary capability of the strongest, most advanced Silverados ever. With best-in-class camera technology and larger, more functional beds than any competitor, the only truck that can compare to a Silverado is another Silverado.
Truck Month is the right time to get behind the wheel of the Chevy Silverado. Now get 0% financing for 72 months plus $500 cash allowance on all Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Introducing Top Tracer, the new golf ball tracking and gaming system at the golf range of Vitens Golfland. Top Tracer gathers data for every shot. Compete against friends in a point game or play a virtual round of golf. Experience Top Tracer at Vitens Golfland.
Sauk Prairie HEALTHCARE Orthopedics. Listening, healing, caring. It's in our nature.
6:51, time for the morning sprint. We start with the latest numbers on the coronavirus in Wisconsin this morning. The State Department of Health says there have now been 33 confirmed cases of COVID-19 in the Badger State. Fond du Lac County has seen the most so far with 11 people testing positive. Milwaukee County in second with 7 cases, while Dane County has seen 6, including one person who's already recovered. We're expecting updated numbers later today.
And we are relying on the public to take this seriously and to social distance all the time.
All public gatherings of 50 or more people are banned in Dane County until further notice. Officials say child care facilities and grocery stores are exempt from the policy, but restaurants and other businesses will have to cut their seating capacity by 50%. Violating this order could mean fines or jail time. More than 50 schools across southern Wisconsin will be off for at least the next few weeks in an effort to control the spread of COVID-19. Several districts, including Madison, announced yesterday they were canceling classes immediately following the public gathering ban. Parents will be able to stop by Madison schools from 8 until 6 today to pick up anything their kids may need during the time away. Psychologists at UW Health say especially now that kids will be spending more time at home, it's important to set aside time to calm their worries about the coronavirus. They say parents should stay calm and share the facts while also teaching them the best ways to protect themselves and keep things clean. You can also allow them to still be kids. Woodman's grocery stores are limiting what customers can buy in an effort to keep things in stock this morning. If you're looking to get paper products, large cases of bottled water, or cleaning supplies, you'll be limited to buying 2 per day there. Despite the rushes at stores, President Trump says there's no need for people to hoard items.
I'm Leah Lynchide, working from home this morning to give you an idea of what it looks like to socially distance yourself as we keep our newsroom and community safe. Caution and calm is what I'm trying to convey this morning. I'm sharing good news on social media to try and break up all the fear and anxiety you might also be seeing on your feeds. I'm also taking walks outside, getting some fresh air when I can. And I'm connecting with family, giving them a call in my downtime, because social distancing is about being safe, not about being alone. This does not have to be scary. You can find more information about my experience traveling and working from home up on channel3000.com. Josh?
Leah, thank you. Breaking overseas, all travelers heading into Australia are now being required to self-isolate for 2 weeks after entering that country. Australia's Prime Minister says travelers will have to stay in hotels until those 2 weeks are up, while Australian residents are being required to stay home. Also breaking overnight, Iran says it just had its deadliest day since the coronavirus outbreak began. The country is reporting 129 deaths in just the last day, bringing their total number of virus deaths in more than 850. In all, nearly 15,000 people in Iran have been infected, including high-ranking government officials. Meanwhile, there are signs of recovery in China, where the outbreak started. Life is slowly getting back to normal there, with an increase of traffic and public transit. Residents still have to show a health QR code and have their temperature taken before getting on a bus. Well, the topic of coronavirus came up in the latest debate between Democratic presidential hopefuls Joe Biden and Bernie Sanders. Both said they would have handled the outbreak differently than President Trump. We'll have more on that debate up on channel3000.com. Stock futures are plunging this morning, which has Wall Street bracing for another tough day. It comes as the Federal Reserve is slashing interest rates to near zero to help bolster the economy and calm coronavirus concerns. But investors are still worried, with Dow futures pointing towards another possible drop of 1,000 points. Starbucks is introducing changes to encourage social distancing. The steps include removing seating and temporarily closing company-owned stores in malls and colleges, which Starbucks calls high school gathering locations.
And a look at your first warned weather forecast. We are starting with cloudy skies here in Madison this morning and across most of southern Wisconsin. Temperatures are pretty close to the freezing point early today. Now, you may see a few snowflakes or some sprinkles from time to time today. Many locations, though, staying dry with high temperatures in the mid-40s this afternoon. Taking a look at the rest of that forecast, going out 10 days, we are going to turn a little bit milder by the middle of the week. Highs in the mid-50s on Thursday, but some springtime showers and thunderstorms in the forecast.
All right, Hattie, thank you. And thanks for joining us, everyone. Be well and have a great day. We'll see you back here tomorrow.